Now we have the tank in, and this is a seat latch right here with the seat latch key, and I've taken it off and cleaned it. It's all high quality steel. Put a little oil here. The sender's been put back in. Remember, black in back on this. And the hose, even the hose coming off the oil tank and the gas tank, they're together and they fit right down here on this. Look at that. Isn't that cool? That's solid steel block. Okay, you know, this whole bike has just got an overkill of quality. But this is the hose right here that goes, these two ends go on the bottom where I just showed you. And this one goes into the oil tank, and this one goes into the gas tank. But the way that the Japanese have put these together and then blocked them, I mean, this hose is in the same condition it was, and it's 25 damn years old. Now what I'm going to do is put a little bit of WD-40, which is really good if you want to keep your engines rust-free in the winter, especially when it's like snowing outside like right now. Just take this stuff and hose it on every metal part you can think of. It's really thin, and I'll tell you what, in the spring when you go to start your bike up, everything will be absolutely no rust at all. So I'm going to put these on after I oil them up. And I may hook up the gas tank today. That's right there, and of course we've rebuilt the petcock down here. And that's fully noted on Photo Bucket. So I'm going to oil this up and put it back on. One thing I like to do, like I've had this oil tank off for 2-3 months. I can't remember exactly which bolts go where, the size of the bolts. So what I do is I'll go to bikebandit.com right here, and you just punch in your Honda, whatever year it is, and you can see they got joint case, shafts, oil pump drives, oil tanks. Now they may not show you how the parts go together, but what they can show you is an exploded view of everything that's necessary, and you can kind of get a look. Because I need to know what size that is. I've got a few of these that they're different sizes. Size 18, which holds this whole unit onto the bike. And then the size 14, I forgot about those. Now a lot of these parts are simply not available anymore. But suppose we want to look at the oil pump drive to see how well how that works. That's not the oil pump drive. That right there is, this is the very strange 2-speed system with no belts. And I still haven't figured out how that works. But these really help me on, Bike Bandit really helps me on how some of the parts go together if I don't have all the parts, all the part books. And here we can see, this is your oil pump is right here, and this is a shaft that goes down through a ring into the case, runs off the crankshaft right here. It also shows you the hose, the intake that goes in. It doesn't show you the outtake, but the intake. So if you ever have a problem with your whatever kind of bike you have, go to bikebandit.com right up here, and they're a real good company for ordering parts for your stock bike if they're available. Like we'll look down, let's say beneath this picture, we'll look down beneath here, and they'll have all the numbers, 1, 2, crankcase, gasket, everything else. Now, if the part has a box where it says quantity right up here, as you go down it says quantity, then it's available, or it may not be available. Maybe no one's ordered it, so they'll try and order it and they can't get it. But any of this, like right crankcase, no quantity, left case pump assembly, a lot of these parts just simply aren't available. They do have gaskets and bolts. You can see all the little bolts, but that's about it. But anyway, you can. This is a good place to look for parts for your Honda Gyro, and another really good place is eBay. If you look under, well, I'll tell you what. I'll stop this and I'll show you what I found on eBay.